The celebrities' wives have been out of control. Jada Pinkett Smith has been, probably top notch she's the top of the top. And then Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are like really out there in the news, everything. I saw Ben Affleck doing an interview where he was kind of like, on its face, it sort of makes sense where he goes, I hate that I'm in the news so much. I wish they would just leave me alone. He goes, I just want to do my job and be an actor and live my life. And it was like, okay.
That is part of your job.
Yeah, but like, first of all, you don't date like one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like, you say that, but none of your actions really say that. There are lots of actors, you don't hear much from them. You don't see much from them.
That's 100% a choice.
There are actors that are very famous, and you go, I see him in movies and at award shows. Like, what's John C. Reilly's life like? You don't really know, do you?
No.
So you kind of do get to choose.
Correct.
So it's a little bit, he goes on talk shows and says his opinion and all that sort of stuff. It's like, you're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're kind of
you
like
probably
lying.
choose to live in like, LA and you go out to certain things and you're like, you can definitely stay under the radar.
He's in the mix.
Yeah, it's by choice.
This man's doing...
You go to like, I happen to be at the restaurant that like all the paparazzi hang out front of because that's the restaurant celebrities go to. And you go, come on, guys. Can I not just have one meal in peace? And you go, okay.
Can I live my life?
Yeah, and you're like, shut up.
And you go, you're at the paparazzi's nest.
Yeah, it's like, you know what you're doing, man.
So there's that. But Jennifer Lopez, it came out like basically she's been going on, she's been saying this different places, and then X has sort of said this too, but she has 9 rules that she makes her husband and boyfriends follow. So I got a couple of the rules. You tell me if you'd be okay with these rules.
Red flag.
Rules are red flag.
9 written rules.
One rule is a red flag.
Yeah, one rule you go like, depending on the rule, you go like, okay.
No rules.
Dude,
I don't know if you know how I live my life.
Yeah, I've seen your shirt.
I go, no fear, no fat chicks, no rules. I have that tattooed on my back, and I drive my Harley down the freeway, and on my leather jacket, I've cut out a bit of the leather jacket so you can see
the tattoo.
No fear, no fat chicks, no rules, no speed limits. No days off.
That's a 4th rule, technically.
I have 5, actually. I've added 2 more, which is no speed limits and no days off.
Oh, okay, that's fine. 5 rules.
And then my 6th rule is keep them cold.
Rule 7 is C rules 1 through 6.
No Bud Light.
Getting into Lopez territory here.
That's what I say. That's what I first do when I first start dating someone. I go, we should do a little ground rules here. You got to. If you have anything that you want to air out, and you go, and I'd like tell you how I feel right now. So before we take this union any further, you should know. Rule 1, no rules. Rule number 2, keep them cool.
Yeah. Keep them cool.
They're in this order, by the way. Rule number 3, no speed limits. So this is the kind of conversations that I have. So her rule, no female flight attendants. That's the first rule.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some hanky-panky with an X
when
he was on a private jet.
Mark Anthony smashed one of the flight attendants.
Yeah. So she goes...
The worst is when you got to pay for the sins of the last guy.
Well,
that's like...
Paying for the sins of the last guy, some bullshit.
That is some bullshit.
Well, that's my first rule, is I don't pay for the sins of the last guy.
That is a good first rule.
I ain't paying for no sins of another man that's not me.
Do I look like a porter? Because I ain't carrying this fucking baggage, okay?
There's 2 things you should know about me.
Rule 1, do I look like a porter? You go, it's more of a question than a rule.
That's my...
Do I?
I should have told you. That's my 8th rule. No only carry on. No, sorry. Check your baggage.
Check your baggage.
Check your baggage at the fucking door, because this is a carry-on only, and we don't want to be bringing much on this plane.
Yeah.
And there's going to be female flight attendants,
now,
and they're going to be fucking mint.
Do you refer to yourself as Ryanair?
Interesting.
Yeah, just because that's taken.
That's one of my rules that I don't. That's one of my rules that I'll never do that. Rule number 7, don't be calling me Ryanair, okay?
I think we're like in the teens.
I got all the few rules.
Yeah.
No gay shit.
No gay shit.
So apparently Ben Affleck, which is funnier because Ben Affleck's so grumpy as is that he's got to go on the flight, and then he's got to go up to the girls and be like, listen, ladies, you got to hit the bricks. I got to bring on these 2 homos. That fucking...
He goes, great. I mean, I guess she provides her own steward.
That's what she says. She goes, she brings her own male flight attendant, who's not a flight attendant, but a personal assistant.
Which I assume if it's a private plane, I guess you don't need a trained flight
Do the
attendant.
speech.
Yeah, you know.
The doors are... Yeah, they love their speeches, man. Those flight attendants, you ever have a sassy one that thinks they're killing?
The worst.
The routine...
I think a lot of them have just replaced them with a video, though.
James Kennedy had a funny routine a funny bit that he used to say about the routine, and he used to say, the worst part is when you see this lady come up here and just bomb for 20 minutes with her crappy airline jokes, and then after bombing for 20 minutes, you see her do it again in French.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so she goes, that's her first rule. Number 3, I just picked a couple of good ones. She demands access to A-Rod's phone at all time.
That was when she was with
I mean, A-Rod's probably got 90 phones. He's like, oh no, you got access to my one phone that I only use for calling takeout.
Yeah, I don't know. And he even said he didn't do anything. There was no like.
He says he's innocent.
Yeah, he's like, I think there was just like apparently some chick.
He said the girl is not my lover.
Not even. It was like some chick was like, A-Rod DM'd me or something, but she's like, I never met him or anything. And then, but the problem is I guess he DM'd her, and then she's like, oh, gotta go to TMZ. A-Rod DM'd me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so J-Lo's like, new rule.
New rule.
Like, it's soon gonna be like, you don't even get to have a phone. Whoever the guy is after, what's his face? Whoever Ben Affleck will be like, no phones.
I can see Ben Affleck going on the snake phone, but I can also see A-Rod having 90 different phones. I can see A-Rod when she's gone. He hits a button, and then like a whole reception system comes down with screens, and he just got girls' numbers. He's flying them
A-Rod's
in.
a notoriously weird guy. A-Rod had a giant. There's like a really famous story, but when he was like at the top, like because he was the first guy to sign the
Where it's the most lonely.
the $250 million contract in baseball or whatever, and he had apparently in his penthouse was like you come in and it was like a giant mural.
I'll tell you what it
of
wasn't.
him as a centaur.
It wasn't a pent-up house because that man was laying pipe.
Oh, he was, but it was a giant.
Having a giant minotaur thing is hilarious.
Centaur.
And if you're being funny, it's kind of funny.
Whatever. What's the horse one? Centaur?
I don't know.
Centaur? Yeah.
Minotaur?
Centaur, yeah. Minotaur's like, I think with the...
So that's number 3 is A-Rod's got to have her phone at all times. Number 4, no more than 3 drinks per night. That's a crazy rule. During Lopez's relationship with Rodriguez, the singer insisted a 3-limit drink for A-Rod when he was out of town. So he goes,
when he's not around.
Yeah, I'm sure that rule gets followed a lot. If a girl tried to give me a 3-drink limit, man...
Dude, she probably gives him like one of those things where it's like a breathalyzer on his keychain. She goes, take the breathalyzer.
Yeah, and it's going to report back to me.
Send me, I want the deets.
3-drink limit is a little wild, J-Lo.
But then you kind of get around there. You go, you didn't say, you just get the giant boot of vodka. And you didn't say what drink.
Yeah, well, you said your first rule is that you said I can only have 3 drinks tonight, but I don't know if you heard my keep them cold rule.
Yeah, keep them cold rule.
That's, you know what, you keep a 6, I'm keeping a case cold. I hope you know that.
You only drink yards.
So that's a crazy rule for 3 per night. It's like,
I mean,
okay.
If I didn't know anything about Jennifer Lopez's rules and you said, is she a nightmare to be with? I would have been like, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The celebrities' wives are like real out of control, and it starts giving normal chicks ideas. But like,
I guess the thing is, she is J-Lo. She's not just some celebrity's wife.
Yeah, well, if you want to keep it to yourself.
Is she more famous than Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Yeah. So, if anything, he's the wife.
Similar though.
Yeah. He was Batman.
They're both big deals. J-Lo's partner must get along with Mark Anthony. So how about that? The baggage is, and you are now friends. Not only are you fucking checking baggage, you are getting a job at the airport being the baggage handler.
Yeah.
And you and the baggage got to be going to the park together, and you and the baggage are going to go to A-Rod's game.
Yeah, like she literally makes you like do stuff. It's not even like, hey, like we're in a group chat together, just be nice.
Setting you up on a play date with fucking Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony's like wrote a script and you have to like let him pitch it to you and work on it. Because you wrote Good Will Hunting. I thought he goes, no, Matt Damon wrote Good Will Hunting.
Mark has a script for you. Anthony and Lopez were married in 2004, so she's on very close. And some say they continue to be best of friends.
Oh,
best of friends.
I think they have kids together.
Best of friends.
Oh, that's weird.
If you want to be on good terms is what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You go, we're on good terms, not best of friends.
Yeah, but I guess, I don't know. It is weird. For
J-Lo can get away with it, but
maybe the kids thing is when you have like the separate families. Maybe you're like, I'd like to do vacations with it, kind of everybody. So
well, here's their last one. Lopez's partners aren't allowed to overtip their servers. And there was an incident. She was at a casino. Affleck won a bunch of money, did a $10,000 tip, and Lopez showed up and said, "Oh hell no!" and took it away.
You can't take a tip
She
back.
did and could.
That's crazy. If I was a server, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, really.
My money.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not giving it back to you. Although she probably comes in hot, takes off those big hooper earrings.
How about no, Jen?
How about no?
Kind of crazy. Yeah, she took off the hoop earrings and be like, "We fucking, you can fight me for it, bitch."
Mental case.